everybody, and welcome to this week's Railsplitter Athletics Report. I'm your host, Rusty Peace, and we are officially in the last month of September. What does that mean? Well, I can tell you what that means. That means that each and every South Atlantic Conference matchup for the LMU fall athletic teams is crucial and very critical in terms of the placement toward the regular season end, which is coming up toward the end of October, and how the teams will go into the South Atlantic Conference tournament. Usually somewhere around the first, second week in November. So very, very big matches coming up this week. Of course, for the LMU soccer teams, well, they'll be home, or actually on the road this weekend, but volleyball, of course, on the road as well, and cross country is off. So for the cross country team, they'll have a couple of weeks to prepare. But it's a big weekend nonetheless. We're going to tell you all about that, tell you all about last week's results, and it's all coming up next right here on the Railsplitter Athletics Report. Stay with us.
Nestled at the foot of the Cumberland Gap, Lincoln Memorial University honors the vision and spirit of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's values are perfectly in sync with the modern educational experience at LMU. Our students find personal attention is a way of life and a way to success. If Lincoln Memorial University fits your vision of college, visit our website at lmunet.edu for more information.
The J. Frank White Academy is more than a high school. Your child will have room to grow in mind, body, and spirit. Small, safe learning environments, individualized learning plans, and cutting-edge technology. Every child deserves a quality education in a safe, nurturing environment.
Our college prep program teaches a love of learning, self-discipline, and service to others. The Academy is fully accredited by Advanced Ed. You have a choice at the J. Frank White Academy.
Since 1973, DeRoyal has been a leader and an innovator in manufacturing products for the healthcare industry. DeRoyal supplies more than 20,000 products and product lines such as acute care, orthopedics, wound care, and trauma. DeRoyal is proud to be the largest supplier of orthopedic soft goods to clinics and hospitals in the nation. Since its start in Tazewell, Tennessee, DeRoyal has grown to open factories in over 29 locations worldwide and employs over 2,000 people. DeRoyal, a name you can trust and an employer you can count on.
Looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? Visit University Medical Clinic. All providers are faculty members of LMU's DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available including family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and osteopathic manipulative medicine, with locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, and New Tazewell, and most insurance plans accepted. University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment. University Medical Clinic.
Welcome back to the show. Before we get started tonight, I need to pass along to you that we appreciate our viewers out there. We appreciate you following the Railsplitter Athletics Report, but we also want you to keep up to date with everything going on in Lincoln Memorial University Athletics. And what way can you do that? Well, all you have to do, if you have a computer or even a smartphone, you go online, www.lmurailsplitters.com. Check out the LMU Athletics website. New information updated daily. And you can find all the latest scores, facts, statistics, player profiles, roster schedules, news releases, news stories, audio news stories, video, and much more. That's the LMU Athletics website, www.lmurailsplitters.com. All right, let's get going here. On Friday afternoon, Jenny Michael and the Lady Railsplitter volleyball team trekked down into the state of South Carolina to take on the Trojans of Anderson University in only their second conference match of the season. Now, typically, Anderson has been a tough place to play for the LMU women, and Friday evening's match was no exception. The Trojans came from behind to win a grueling 3-2 victory over LMU, handing the Lady Railsplitters their first loss in conference play. And on Saturday, LMU moved over to Newberry, South Carolina, where they took on the Wolves of Newberry. Although Newberry kept the match tight throughout, the LMU women were able to come away with a 3-1 win to improve to 6-5 overall and 2-1 in league play. Tuesday evening, the Lady Railsplitters play host to Michael Robinson and the Tusculum Pioneers. Last season, Lincoln Memorial lost 3 of 4 matches against the Pioneers in regular and postseason play, and Tuesday evening's match was expected to be equally as difficult. LMU got things started in the opening set by capturing a 25-20 victory to take a 1-0 lead. In set 2, Tusculum came from behind late in the match to even the score with a set apiece by knocking off LMU 27-25. In sets 3 and 4, however, the Lady Railsplitters regained their momentum by pounding the Pioneers 25-16 in the third set before closing the door to win 25-22 in 4. After the match, we talked with head coach Jenny Michael about the win.
Yes, sir, we did. You know, there were times when we allowed ourselves to get out of our own way, as we talked about before. And there were still times, though, that we decided that we really wanted to try to shoot ourselves in the foot, and we did a really good job. We have great aim. When we want to shoot ourselves in the foot, we have impeccable aim. I don't know what it is. I don't really know how to fix that either. But, you know, we did a nice job of limiting the number of errors. You know, up to this point, we've been seeing errors come in bunches, come in clusters. We really talked about, hey, you know, we don't have to be perfect. We're not asking to be flawless and not to make a single mistake. That's going to happen. That's part of our sport. But we just are asking to try to limit the number of errors. Instead of 3 or 4 in a row, let's make it 1 in a row and then move forward.
One of the keys to the Lady Railsplitters' win Tuesday evening was the team's balanced offensive and defensive attack. Defensively, LMU's presence at the net was felt by the Pioneers as the Lady Railsplitters posted 16 block assists. The Lady Railsplitters also turned in 78 digs on the night on the defensive side of the net to further deny Tusculum's offensive effort. From an offensive standpoint, the LMU women had 4 players finish with double-figure kills, and were led by sophomore Kendra Gephardt. Gephardt tallied 16 kills en route to the victory, and following the match, she was selected our University Medical Clinic Player of the Match.
Yeah, today was definitely focusing on like making sure I was consistent in all my areas of play, and I think that really helped me out. It was definitely a goal of us to finally get revenge on Tusculum, because they did knock us out of the NCAA tournament, which was so annoying because we should have beat them. But
the Lady Railsplitters now prepare to travel to Hartsville, South Carolina on Friday evening to take on Coker University at 7 p.m. before moving over to Wingate, North Carolina on Saturday to take on the Bulldogs of Wingate University at 2 o'clock. And turning to cross country, last Saturday, Jeremy Donahue and the Lincoln Memorial University men's and women's teams ventured up through the Bluegrass State to participate in the Berea Invitational. While neither team had run in the annual event in several years, Donahue was optimistic about his team's chances going in. The LMU women finished 4th, with Aura Penalosa and Ontario Belter finishing among the top 10, while the Railsplitters came in 5th out of the 7 teams participating in the event and were led by sophomore Ryan Mecca. Earlier this week, we talked with head coach Jeremy Donahue about last weekend's race.
Well, I think we come out of this weekend a little underwhelmed with the performances. We didn't take the step forward that maybe we would have liked to see in our 3rd race of the season. And that may just be staleness running 3 weeks in a row. You know, if you look at the women on that side, we didn't have any great performances that stood out. Not to say we didn't have good performances with Aura and Tia getting in the top 10. But just, again, not a step forward that we'd like to see. So one of the things I think was lacking, too, was just our wanting to get out and compete against that person next to us and beat that person next to us, and just not seeing that in the races and on the women's side. And that comes back to us as coaches and making sure that next couple weeks we work on that in practice and up the intensity. And I think we can improve on that. But then look at the guys' side, much of the same thing. No one performance stands out real big. Ryan got back for us in this first race of the season, ran number 1 for us, but has a lot more in us, as does Brandon Ward and Bradley Maldonado. Our top 3 need to step up a little bit over the next couple weeks, and then hopefully we'll get Leo back for our next race as well and be able to run our full guys teams. We've just been a little nicked up, but nothing we're too concerned that'll keep us not running a full squad when it becomes championship season.
The LMU cross-country teams now have until October 5th to prepare for the Greater Louisville Classic. The event will be held in Louisville, Kentucky, and is one of 2 races the teams will run before the October 26, 2013 Food Lion South Atlantic Conference Championship at Black Mountain outside Montreat, North Carolina. Folks, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got a lot more to tell you about in terms of the weekend ahead, in terms of last week in athletics here at Lincoln Memorial University, and much, much more. Stay with us right here on the Lincoln Memorial University Railsplitter Athletics Report.
Drop off at mycokerewards.com.
No matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrogate and Middlesboro has your fresh interests at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwich or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner time, choose from our wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches, all made to your order. If you're serving a crowd, Subway has sandwich platters, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Whether it's dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. Subway, 362 Catawba Avenue in Harrogate and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesboro.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
I will help families adopt children from around the world and in our own backyard.
I am teaching ethics to the next generation of lawyers.
I will make a difference for the underserved of this region.
I will be an advocate for my clients.
As a prosecutor, I fought for those who couldn't speak for themselves.
I'm a lawyer and professor.
I will be a lawyer.
I will be a lawyer.
I will be a lawyer.
Welcome back to the show. Folks, again, before we get started, I need to mention to you that if you don't have that TV that you can access, if you're not able to get to the internet to find out the latest scores from LMU athletics, we've got an LMU sports line that you can call toll-free anywhere in the basically in the continental United States. Here locally, you just phone 869-6400. If it's during the hours of 8 to 4:30, then you may get the attendant, ask for extension 6400. But you can dial toll-free 1-800-325-0900. If you get the attendant or get the recording, ask for or dial extension 6400. That's the LMU Sports Line. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we'll update that daily as to the latest scores in Lincoln Memorial University athletics. All right, let's get back to it. On Sunday afternoon, the Lincoln Memorial University men's and women's soccer teams played host to Newberry College in their first SAC home matches of the season. In the opening match of the afternoon, the Lady Railsplitters dropped 2 goals on the Wolves in the first half when Michelle Hunter and Nicole McKinney gave LMU a solid 2-0 lead by the end of the first stanza. Although Newberry managed to pull to within 1 with a goal of their own in the 72nd minute, the Lady Railsplitter defense proved to be too much down the stretch, and the LMU women came away with their second league win of the year to improve to 2-0 in South Atlantic Conference play while moving to 3-1-1 overall. After the match, we got Helio Dana's thoughts about his team's conference win.
This was a huge game. I think you and I spoke about the consequences of this win or loss, and they were ranked in the top 5 in the region, and Belmont Abbey's up there as well. So these are the games that if you, as I told my man, if you take care of some of them, particularly at home, at the end of the year, the rankings will help you, you know. So, but my hats off for the effort that Newberry put forth, even with one less players. And that shows to the ladies that it will always be tough. Nothing's easy in this conference.
With so many talented individuals trying to share playing time, many times players would get disgruntled. According to Dana, that hasn't been the case with the players that have bought into his system on the Lady Railsplitter squad this year. You
and I also talked about this. It's our goal this year. We have to produce offensively, you know, because our defense is so strong. So it came out together this time. And these games are games that you're going to have 2-3 chances to score, and we did, and we put those 2 in. We do this in the big games, we'll be fine.
Now, Thursday afternoon, the Lady Railsplitters played host to the Lions of Mars Hill College at the LMU Soccer Complex. The match got underway at 1 p.m., but due to this program being pre-recorded on Thursday, it was not yet complete. So we'll have to give you the outcome of how the Lady Railsplitters did against the Lions on next week's show. Turning to men's soccer, Sunday afternoon, Helio Dana and the Railsplitters picked up their first South Atlantic Conference victory of the year when the LMU men rolled over the Wolves of Newberry 4-0 to improve to 3-2-1 overall and 1-0-1 in conference play. The Railsplitters got a goal from senior forward Mario Pinto and one from each of his countrymen, Alejandro Leo, Pedro Villa, and Yuri Passos, en route to the win. The offense really didn't get turned up until the second half, but when it did, the Railsplitters opened the floodgates. But as Dana explains, it was all part of the strategy that his team had against their South Carolina foe.
I'll say this, I've been there, you know, building a program and young kids and whatnot, and my hat off to their attitude. You know, they kept working hard, and if they didn't, it would have been a lot worse. So, you know, this is a good coach, and I have respect for the program. They'll do a good job in the future. But the truth is, I'm happy that we don't need to deal with this at this point in time. You know, we're always, in my estimation, in contention in any given game. You never know. Soccer is kind of a crazy sport, but I feel that the remaining of the schedule for the year, it will be extremely difficult, but it will be extremely possible that we can compete in every game.
One of the reasons the Railsplitters were able to wear down the Wolves was depth. And according to Dana, this year's team has many more options than last year's, and combined with great talent level, conditioning, and a great team attitude, it makes for a very lethal mix.
I agree 100%. You know, those that don't know the history of the program, and he became, you know, like an anchor for our team and one of the most important players. Always doing things in the back that you, if you don't appreciate it, you don't know much soccer, you might overlook, you know, and Harry's like that. I agree.
Now, Thursday afternoon, the Railsplitters also played host to the Lions of Mars Hill College. Mars Hill had won 2 straight matches against Lincoln Memorial and 3 out of the last 4 meetings entering Thursday's meeting. Unfortunately, again, due to the time that the match was played and the time that this show was pre-recorded, like the Lady Railsplitters match with Mars Hill earlier on Thursday, it was not yet complete. And again, we'll have to let you know the outcome of that match on next week's show. And let's turn over to golf. In action from earlier this week, on Monday and Tuesday, in fact, Travis Muncy and the Lincoln Memorial University men's and women's golf teams traveled over to Greenville, Tennessee to participate in the annual Tusculum Fall Classic hosted by Tusculum College. For the men, the event was a 6,763-yard par 71 course and had a field of 12 teams, including 5 South Atlantic Conference schools participating. For the Lady Railsplitters, well, the event was a par 72, 5,807-yard Link Hills Country Club course hosted by Tusculum with 11 teams and 63 individual golfers. On the men's side, the Railsplitters finished the 2-day event with a final score of 552, breaking the tournament record on the way to their 3rd consecutive Tusculum Fall Classic title. After breaking the single round record for the Classic with a 12 under par 272 on Monday, the Railsplitters finished Tuesday afternoon with a 4 under par 280 to close out the tournament with a final team score of 552, edging runner-up and host Tusculum by 14 strokes. On Wednesday morning, I caught up with head coach Travis Muncy and talked with him about the record-setting win.
The team played really well both days. Trey Mullins led the team. He shot 65 the first day, which was a tournament record. Second day, he shot 2 under and hit a hole-in-one, which is probably the first I've had since I've been coaching here, as one of our team members did. But the teams played really well. Everybody contributed. We won by 12 shots over Tusculum, which is always a great thing. Yeah, it is. I mean, Connor played well the first day. Didn't play so well the second. Had a few bad breaks, but you know, when you get everybody playing good, all 5 guys playing well, it makes it a lot easier as a team to win and to play well.
So a hole-in-one hit on that tournament by one of the team members. So congratulations to the Railsplitters on a great win. Not to be outdone, the Lincoln Memorial University women's golf team also made an impressive showing at this week's Tusculum Fall Classic. After turning in an opening round of 310 on the opening day of competition, the Lady Railsplitters equaled that score in Tuesday's final round to finish with a combined 2-day total 620, to finish only 13 strokes behind eventual tournament champion UNC Pembroke, who tallied a score of 607 for the tournament. The Lady Railsplitters top South Atlantic Conference opponents Tusculum, Catawba, Mars Hill, and Lenoir-Rhyne with their second-place finish. And as you can imagine, when we talked with Muncy about the Lady Railsplitters' performance this week, he was quite pleased.
Yes, the women played extraordinarily well. We shot 310 the first day and followed back up with the 310, which, you know, that's really well. Really proud of the women. They finished strong. You know, we didn't actually play our best and, you know, shot one of the best scores. That we left a lot out there, but we've got some room for improvement and looking forward to what we can do down at Myrtle Beach.
The Lincoln Memorial women have only 2 matches remaining on the fall schedule, while the Railsplitters have 4 events still on tap between now and early November. We're going to take another time out. When we come back, we've got more to talk about in terms of last week's play. We've got stuff to talk about in the upcoming week of competition. And of course, we'll talk about the South Atlantic Conference tournaments, which are right around the corner. And that's going to be big events for some of these LMU fall athletic teams as they jostle for position in the regular season sack races. And those are going heavy right now. So stay with us. We'll be back after this on the Railsplitter Athletics Report.
Nestled at the foot of the Cumberland Gap, Lincoln Memorial University honors the vision and spirit of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's values are perfectly in sync with the modern educational experience at LMU. Our students find personal attention is a way of life and a way to success. If Lincoln Memorial University fits your vision of college, visit our website at lmunet.edu for more information.
I'll save a life.
People's lives are in your hands.
I can't have a bad day.
I have saved a life.
I will be a nurse.
I will be a nurse.
I deal with life and death situations.
We touch a lot of lives every day.
People's lives are in your hands.
I will be a nurse.
I will be a nurse.
We represent the Coke brand, and we would love to somehow bring some kind of legal action against Coke Zero.
There might be some taste infringement issues.
There's really no legal concepts of a company bringing a lawsuit against itself.
If this is the king of the jungle, they're acting like the toucan that's on the branch, real colorful and preening, and showing off, and hey, look at us. I want to take a stick and knock that toucan off the branch.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
The J. Frank White Academy is more than a high school. Your child will have room to grow in mind, body, and spirit. Small, safe learning environments, individualized learning plans, and cutting-edge technology. Every child deserves a quality education in a safe, nurturing environment.
Our college prep program teaches a love of learning, self-discipline, and service to others. The Academy is fully accredited by Advanced Ed. You have a choice at the J. Frank White Academy.
Welcome back to the Railsplitter Athletics Report. Before we talk about what's upcoming in terms of Lincoln Memorial University athletics, I'd like to encourage you to check out the ADA Sports Report on Monday nights. That's on WLMU 91.3 and several other local stations throughout the area. My buddies Adam Plyler, Adam Haley, Scott Erland, and Dustin McCoy will cover everything in the area in terms of high school sports, college sports, Lincoln Memorial sports, and professional sports. That's Monday nights, the ADA Sports Report. You don't want to miss it, okay? Now, folks, the Lincoln Memorial University Sports Network is something that we are trying to gradually improve and to gradually grow a little bit. We are in the process of trying to cover more and more sports here at Lincoln Memorial University, both from an internet capacity and from a television capacity. And that being said, soccer is one of the sports that we have begun to cover here at LMU. Now, at the present, we do the home soccer matches on a delayed basis. That is, in the future, we hope that we will be able to do those live. It's a matter of technology right now, and the new press facilities over there, the Dr. Ronald Dubin press box. We're trying to get the internet hooked up through the cutting the ground to get there. It's wired for internet at this time, but my point is hopefully in the future we will be able to carry those matches live, but we do appreciate your support in terms of our broadcasts of Lincoln Memorial University soccer. Of course, we're also carrying Lady Railsplitter volleyball. That's no stranger to all of you throughout the tri-state area. We had the last home match Tuesday evening against the Pioneers. We'll have another match a week from Friday, and that'll be next weekend when the Lady Railsplitters return to the friendly confines of the Mary E. Mars Gymnasium on Friday and Saturday. And hopefully in the future, we will get cranked up with basketball again. I know that's just around the corner. Josh Schertz and his team going through some off-season conditioning, as well as Roger Hodge and the Lady Railsplitters. And so we'll be hearing from them here on the show throughout the next few weeks, but also we'll be having the broadcasts of Lincoln Memorial University men's and women's home basketball games in the upcoming future. Now, I need to tell you right now, if you're just dying to come and check out some sporting events, kind of a couple of sports that really aren't given a whole lot of attention right now is baseball and softball. The LMU baseball team and softball teams in the midst of their fall workouts. They've still got about half that fall schedule left. The NCAA only allows them 24 dates that they can get out on the field during the fall off season. And I know that both of them have some away from university competition scheduled. Now, due to NCAA regulations, I can't go into detail about who they will play because they are non-exhibition games. They're scrimmage type games. So that being said, if you want to come over and check it out, I know that the baseball team, given the weather is good, given good conditions on the field, they're out there on the field quite a bit. And so is the softball team. So come on over and check it out. I'm being told I think we're going to break. We're going to go to another break. When we come back, we'll tell you about what's up in the week ahead for the Lincoln Memorial University athletic team. Stay with us here on the Railsplitter Athletics Report.
Nestled at the foot of the Cumberland Gap, Lincoln Memorial University honors the vision and spirit of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's values are perfectly in sync with the modern educational experience at LMU. Our students find personal attention is a way of life and a way to success. If Lincoln Memorial University fits your vision of college, visit our website at lmunet.edu for more information.
I'll save a life.
People's lives are in your hands.
I can't have a bad day.
I have saved a life.
I will be a nurse.
I will be a nurse.
I deal with life and death situations.
We touch a lot of lives every day.
People's lives are in your hands.
I will be a nurse.
I will be a nurse.
We represent the Coke brand, and we would love to somehow bring some kind of legal action against Coke Zero.
There might be some taste infringement issues.
There's really no legal concepts of a company bringing a lawsuit against itself.
If this is the king of the jungle, they're acting like the toucan that's on the branch, real colorful and preening, and showing off, and hey, look at us. I want to take a stick and knock that toucan off the branch.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
The J. Frank White Academy is more than a high school. Your child will have room to grow in mind, body, and spirit. Small, safe learning environments, individualized learning plans, and cutting-edge technology. Every child deserves a quality education in a safe, nurturing environment.
Our college prep program teaches a love of learning, self-discipline, and service to others. The Academy is fully accredited by Advanced Ed. You have a choice at the J. Frank White Academy.
All right, just wanted to remind you again, the LMU volleyball team on the road this weekend. I don't know that you'll be able to watch that online, but if you'd like to keep up to date as to how the Lady Railsplitters are playing, you can go to the LMU Athletics website, www.lmurailsplitters.com, click on the volleyball portion of the athletics webpage, go to the schedule, click on the link for live statistics, and that will take you to the in-match live statistics when they're playing at 7 o'clock on Friday, 2 o'clock on Saturday, and you can watch the match progress statistically. As for the LMU soccer team, same thing. Go to the LMU Athletics webpage, go to the soccer schedule for men or women, click on the link on that particular date, and you'll be able to watch how the two teams fare in statistical play this weekend. That's about all the time we've got for this week. Until next week, for everybody behind the scenes of the Railsplitter Athletics Report, I'm Rusty Peace. Until next week, good night, everybody.